Look, I voted for Trump, and I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not down with this big, beautiful bill. And let me tell you why.
In truth, Republicans don't want to pass this bill. They know this bill is ass. Okay? So much so that you got 2 senators resigning.
Well, the Republican Senate just passed Trump's big, beautiful bill today, which has been described as the worst bill in the history of the United States. And it very much appears, as Elon said, they're now casting you into a future of being a debt slave.
On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
It's time to be honest. The Senate has passed this big, beautiful bill. It's the most destructive attack on the American people. That's what it is. I've seen in my lifetime.
Well, the big, beautiful bill finally passed by DJT. It's funny. This is the moment where I ask myself, why? What was all that for? Because at the end of the day, the big, beautiful bill is passed and MAGA still gets affected. Hello, Latinos. You're being chased by ICE. You're out of Medicaid now. I guess it's safe to say a win is a win. From depression to trauma. It's like as if the ICE raids were not enough. Now y'all are said to be poor in America.
Well, the Republican Senate just passed Trump's big, beautiful bill today, which has been described as the worst bill in the history of the United States. And it very much appears, as Elon said, they're now casting you into a future of being a debt slave. Or for many of you, they're throwing your future away. Locking in being the first generation in American history that will live a life that is harder than the one that your parents lived. According to experts, it looks like nearly 20 million people are going to lose their health care due to Medicaid cuts, and your health care premiums will rise by $26,000 a year. They're ending food assistance for the poor and have sentenced rural hospitals to death. I mean, you had Democrats proposing an amendment to the bill to make sure that veterans, kids, and the homeless aren't denied food assistance, and Republicans voted against it. They blocked it. And so you have critics of the bill out there saying, the air that we breathe, it's going to be smoggy and unbreathable because they're killing renewables and investing in burning coal again. The power blackouts are going to become a more normal affair in America, and you're going to have to pay more for that power as well. And now ICE, who many have said are acting like a secret police, are going to have secret police-like numbers thanks to the bill. Many of you watching are also going to have to pay more in taxes than you did last year, but also, think of the billionaires who get their break in taxes. Or at least that's a positive. And hey, I'll get some pushback now, but in the future, when you're slowly watching your parents die of cancer or Alzheimer's, make sure to thank Republicans and Donald Trump for not only getting rid of breakthrough cures, but also making sure that they had no health care. And on that list of people you can thank Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, who got her state exempt from all of this in order to vote for it. Right? And that is, her defense for voting for it is that she hopes that the House doesn't pass it. They tricked half the population.
Guys, it's not even a year. It's literally 5 months. DJT has been in power for 5 months. Look where America is. We started with segregation. We went to the tariffs. The ports are closed. Nothing is coming in America. Truckers are losing their jobs. It's inflation. We got Israel and Iran. The big, beautiful bill now. On top of him, literally just 2 days ago saying that birthright citizenship was for slaves. Immigration, Harvard closed. Oh my goodness. Deportations, it's the ICE raids, separating families. It's Americans have to be deported to El Salvador and Honduras. All hail MAGA, this is all what you wanted, right? The reason why I'm even so pissed at this is the fact that MAGA themselves are not escaping the big, beautiful bill. They are in it and its consequences. So, where has your rate to the system taken you? Did it put you on a pedestal? Because if people like Elon Musk are crying over it, how about you, a peasant, literally somewhere in Texas or Nebraska? Make America great again. Okay, you have no funds. Here comes the big, beautiful bill. Veterans already crying. America is a movie. America is a movie, ladies and gentlemen. What is your take on the big, beautiful bill? And to MAGA, is it great again yet?
It's going to negatively impact tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people. It's going to create a police state. My parents, Polish citizens, lived in Stalin's Soviet Union. My mother was sent off to Gulag. Why? Because it was a police state. Expect that here for brown people. Even right now in LA, American citizens are afraid to go out, staying home. Expect that nationwide. It's going to wreck our economy by destroying the engine that has driven our economy for 80 years. Innovation through science and technology research. Cut. It's going to choke our air. While everyone else is turning to clean energy, what are we going to do? Burn more oil and coal, which means that people are going to be dying of respiratory diseases, tens of thousands every year. And 10 to 20 million Americans are going to be thrown off healthcare, including children. You're going to see the average lifespan of Americans decline. It's going to bankrupt the country by creating massive deficits, and it's going to be reverse Robin Hood. Take money from the poor, give it to billionaires. So what can we do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this country a year and a half more. I was born and raised in this country, owe this country a lot. Consider myself patriotic. I've got to fight this. The patriotic thing to do is to try to weaken Donald Trump. He's wholly un-American. He's attacking America's freedom and liberty. And I'm going to work my tail off to try to weaken him, get Democrats in office if there are fair elections in 2026. I'll be actively protesting. I hope you're out there too. I'll be donating money to Democratic candidates. I'll be actively working for one or two Democratic candidates I strongly believe in. If we win in 2026, hooray, I'll stay and work some more. But if not, I got to be honest. People always ask me, is it time to leave yet? If 2026 goes kaplooey, yeah, it'll be time to go. And sadly, I'll be going.
I'm not MAGA, please don't scroll. I have a moral compass and a soul, and I woke up super frustrated because of all this big, beautiful bill stuff. It's like having flashbacks of that thing we went through not too long ago that cost over 1 million American lives. Just trying to tell people to protect themselves, protect their loved ones, even people that we don't necessarily agree with or even like. They sure as hell don't like us. And we watched countless family members of theirs pass away due to that horrible pandemic. And now you've got countless MAGA influencers all over the web rooting for the big, beautiful bill because Donald Trump supports it 100%. Even though the very same things that all these MAGA influencers and MAGA members of Congress railed against Biden for, not putting America first, increasing taxes to the middle class. You don't get your no tax on tips, and the no tax on overtime is so specific, you're still going to be taxing overtime. But not only that, for your own self-serving purposes, your rural hospitals in your red states, your senior living assisted facilities, they're going to be shut down. Because in red states, they all rely on Medicaid and Medicare to function. This is going to affect everyone, red and blue states. But red states, your governors and your members of Congress and your state legislator all lie to you. Y'all do not have the state budget to finance your own healthcare programs. Your mothers, your fathers, your sons, your daughters, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters, they all rely on one or all of the programs that this big, beautiful bill is going to cut. And the MAGA influencers out there, the Charlie Kirks, are being paid handsomely to tell you that's not true. This bill is big, but mark my words, there's absolutely nothing beautiful about it. This is not America first. And you know what? Even if you're MAGA and you can't stand me, an independent progressive, I still don't want to see bad things happen to you or your family. Because an actual patriot has concern for all Americans. Donald Trump isn't a patriot. We lost over 1 million Americans and he treated it like it was just another Tuesday. If any pro-Trump online or TV personality is telling you to support this thing, they don't care about you, MAGA. Real patriots care about you. Even though all this MAGA stuff, this hate, this police state has given us every single reason in the book not to. I have said and will continue to say, Republicans are welcome at my table anytime, even if we disagree. And there should be a shared mutual respect as Americans. Not MAGA. MAGA's a lie. And every single voice supporting this thing is being paid.
Holy crap, they did it. They did it. They literally are passing the big, beautiful bill. I was watching all these senators who said that they were going to vote no, ended up voting yes. and only 3 Republican senators voted no against the big beautiful bill, and JD Vance is on his way to break the tie. He's the tiebreaker, and obviously he's going to vote yes. So what does this mean? This means that more money is going to go to our military. We're going to be able to secure the border. That means more ICE agents are going to be getting hired left and right. More deportations on a wide scale. I hope the senators actually do what they say that they were going to do, is raise the debt $5 trillion to actually buy assets. It's called arbitrage. It's whenever you get in debt to buy something, and in this particular case, they're wanting to get in debt to pay down the debt. Like, we're up to like $37 trillion of debt, and man, this is crazy.
Look, I voted for Trump, and I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not down with this big, beautiful bill. And let me tell you why. People say all the time, oh, you Trump supporters are in a cult. No, we're not, because we are not in blind obedience to one individual. We are more than willing and happy to criticize our own, and that is how it should be in the political arena. We see so much in this big, beautiful bill that actually is the opposite of much of what we actually voted for. We see a continued increase in spending, unnecessary spending. Not only that, but we also see the increase and encroachment of AI. We see funding of pet projects that we do not agree with. And we are going to raise our voices against it, as any well-educated electorate should do. You know, Elon Musk is right in calling it a disgusting abomination. And I think that the Trump administration needs to realize just how damaging it will be if we wind up passing this bill, continue this trend of wasteful spending, and then wonder why individuals don't show up in the midterms to vote for this continued irresponsibility. The reason people voted for Trump is because we want to see fiscal responsibility. We want to see an end to waste, fraud, and abuse. And we don't want Republicans to say one thing and do another. That's what people on the left are very accustomed to, is their politicians saying one thing and doing another. They're just used to it at this point. They have Stockholm syndrome. But we demand better, as we should. That's why I myself, and many others like me, do not agree with this big, beautiful bill, and want to see it actually redrafted to only include the things that matter to average, everyday Americans.
In truth, Republicans don't want to pass this bill. They know this bill is ass. Okay? So much so that you got 2 senators resigning because this bill is so bad. They don't want to vote on this bill. You also have 2 that have already said no. There are 2 that said no already. Okay? And I think they can't have no more than 3 say no to this bill. They do not want this bill to pass because they know this bill is going to be the worst bill in American history. They know it. And they're trying to, that's why they're doing all this votorama. That's why they're doing all the big dog. They know that bill is trash. And they're trying to soften the blow, which is not going to soften anything. They're making cuts to Medicaid. Some of y'all hospitals are going to shut down. And for MAGA, some of y'all gonna get y'all ass up to go to a hospital that either A, no longer exists, or B, doesn't take your plan anymore. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all gonna get up. Your granddaddy gonna need his, diabetes medicine, and he's not gonna be able to get it because of this shit.